everybody, I'm Nick, and welcome to VHS Plays, The Legend of Zelda.
Many years ago, Prince Darkness Ganon stole one of the Triforce with power. Princess Zelda had one of the Triforce with wisdom. She divided it into 8 units to hide it from Ganon before she was captured. Go find the 8 units, Link, to save her.
I apologize for taking so long with getting this video together, but I got my friend Sol Kreos to help me out with voiceover work for this, and with his skills and whatever else I can shamble together with editing, I hope I can provide an enjoyable experience for you all here today. And so, as the items keep scrolling through here, I will collect all of these eventually. So, let's just sit tight and enjoy the very start of the Zelda series.
Please look up the manual for details.
Yeah, the NES was an era where you needed to look into the manual to get any amount of details about a game because we didn't really tutorialize all that much. Stammering words, but we're rolling it anyway. That's just my style. But yeah, not a lot of information was actually in the game itself, so that's what you had to do to get information at the time. So you use select to actually thumb through everything, because we didn't quite figure out menus yet, so because I'm basic, I named the first file for this playthrough Link. That's what the bulk of this is going to be. But I will name another file, if I can eventually get to it, just because I'm funny. And then this last file, I am naming Zelda on purpose, because this game actually has 2 quests on it. And you need to name a file Zelda specifically in order to access it right from the start. And am I going to be playing it immediately? The answer is
No!
no. No, I'm not. I am not putting myself through that hell. Let's just go and get the game started already. So, the game just drops you in naked. You have nothing. Except this dinky little shield. It's just all you've got. So, the first thing you primarily need to do is, well, at least what the game wants you to do, is go into this cave entrance here.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Don't mind if I do! The basics wooden sword, or at least what I would think. It's probably just the wooden sword, because it's based on Link's color palette, and I'm just like, yeah, it's good enough. Anyway, we can swing it around to fight stuff, and if you go into a cave after you get an item, it is abandoned. The old man is gone. But he's not the only old man, so you don't need to worry about it. So, these are basic Octoroks. They go down in a single hit. They'll shoot rocks at you. But if you're standing in the way of it with your shield up and you're not swinging a sword, you'll just let it go tink. And sword beams are a wonderful, wonderful thing. They'll travel all the way across the screen until they either hit an enemy or, hit the other side of the screen. You only get them at full health, though, so be very careful about it. But what's in this cave? Buy something, will ya? Yeah, I'm gonna be supplying the rest of the voices just like how I'm placing Sol's voice lines. But anyway, the shop's here. There are some things I would like to get, like the blue candle there, but I don't have the money for that yet, so let's just continue going around for now. We're just gonna take out Octoroks. They can drop you money in 1 or 5. That's the only kind of drops you're getting from enemies for money. But they can also drop single hearts. Those are useful. Now, these Zoras that are shooting at us, very annoying. Right now, you can only even attempt to deal with them by shooting sword beams. Now, fairy drops give you only 3 hearts back, but it's better than nothing. Our current shield is not able to deal with those, so this will be a relevant coastline for later, but I do not have the blue candle for that yet. Anywho, welcome to Tektites. They can be a little... Actually, they're not like that painful of an enemy, but if you don't take them out, you will have to wait for them to come back up, and this is just me being like, Zora! Blue blue Octoroks. They take 2 hits to kill instead of 1. But the one other notable feature is that they are able to drop bombs! So, bombs drop in sets of 4, and right now I can only carry 8. It's a weird arbitrary limit. These are P-hats. I hate P-hats, because as long as they're moving, they are invincible completely. You have to wait for them to land in order to damage them. And in the mountains here, we have rolling rocks. They do like a half a heart of damage, but still, try your best not to get hit. It would be annoying. I will do my best to deal with the beeping here in a moment. Anyway, here are Tektites. They hop around a bunch. That can also be annoying, because they can just hop around wherever and they do not care. Now, up this stairwell is a little something I call...
Nope.
Yeah, we're not dealing with Lionels right now. That's just not okay. Now, this area is weird. You go walking around and you're just like, hey, what the heck? This is all the same. What's going on here? Oh yeah, stairs can be a little finicky. Don't worry about it. But yeah, you go all these different ways and you're just like, what the heck is this nonsense? I'm just gonna leave. So doubling back this way, we can actually go to the right here, and we end up in a desert. The only enemies you'll really face here are Tektites, so you don't need to worry too much. That stopwatch is epilepsy-inducing if you stay on it too long, but the benefit is every single enemy that's still left on screen will just stop in place, and you can just hit them at your leisure. The blue Tektites. Or no, these are levers. Tektites are the bouncy things. Blue levers take 3 hits with your basic sword. The Tektites also take 2 hits, by the way. Yeah, I'm just like, I at least want to take out the blue lever. That would be nice, so I can just pick up these dollars. I'm also just like, I took out a P-hat. It's nothing at all. Now, something that will occur commonly is death. If you're not very familiar with this game, you will die a lot. So get very familiar with this. So we're just gonna continue on here. Continue allows you to just continue from where you died. And normally, when you reload your save, you will start right back at the old man area where you got your sword. So you have to walk back everywhere every single time. Now, the primary use of bombs is... Where was the entrance again? Oh, good lord, where was the entrance? Found it! What's inside?
Take anyone you want.
So yeah, there's multiple of these hidden areas throughout Hyrule, and you could choose to either get this red potion or a permanent heart container. I recommend the permanent heart container every single time, because you can buy the medicine, and that is not a problem at all. You will eventually be able to have the rupees to grind that sort of thing, and I'm happy that Octorok gave me a bomb, because there's another bombable wall here. And if I remember to bomb the right tiles, that would be great.
It's a secret to everybody.
The secret to everybody rooms are all over the place, and they always give you free money. It'll be the same every single time, so... yeah, keep an eye out, because that's how you really make money early in the game. And so, after we do... well, I choose to deal with Tektites, because I'm like, they're bouncing around the way, and they're annoying. We'll go up these stairs, and we have another cave entrance here.
Show this to the old woman.
We'll need this letter for later if we want to go ahead and purchase some medicine. But we'll go ahead and deal with that shortly. And now one screen to the right of this is probably my least favorite of all the old man shenanigans that you can deal with here. So for some reason I wanted to deal with P-hats, so let's just go in.
Let's play Money Making Game.
It's a simple gambling game, but you have no idea what it's going to be until you make your choice.
Well, kid, from where you're standing, it must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, The game was rigged from the start.
So let's just ignore that happened for a bit. There's actually another little secret here that is told to you a little later, but I decide for some reason to take care of some pea-hats, and then I show off like, hey, this is odd. Why is there invisible stairs here? There's a reason for it.
It's a secret to everybody.
And it's a particularly valuable secret, too, as it's one of the few 100 rupee secrets. Unfortunately, you can only carry 255 rupees. Anyway, I just cut back over here just to show off to the coast that, oh, why can't I use this thing? We'll come back to it later. What is this that's over here? Well, right now, there's not really anything of note, aside from me getting pelted with everything under the sun. Oh, hey, there's a heart container there. Why can't I reach it? We'll come back to it later. Because unfortunately, dungeons are a thing. Or fortunately, if that's what you're into. Unfortunately, I get so distracted, I just take a pot shot to the face. Aiming is hard. Aiming is hard.
Buy something, will ya?
Upon reflecting after my death, I decided to go back to the nearest shop to buy the blue candle, because I figure, well, better late than never to show this off. Speaking of showing things off, here's another bombable wall. It's a secret to everybody. Any secret is a good secret, no matter how much money they choose to give you. And we're going to give you use out of the blue candle on this screen, but I decided to clear the Octoroks out of the way, because that would just be nice, honestly. You only get one use of the blue candle per screen, so you have to go back and forth to be able to use it again. It's annoying. You can burn bushes. There are secrets. Let's go ahead and see what's down there. Oh, hey, it's the old woman. Let's go grab that piece of paper and use it, shall we? Buy medicine before you go. So yeah, 40 and 68 rupees is not the worst price in the world to be paying for such a thing. A blue medicine bottle heals you up to full one time. The red medicine will let you do it twice. It's very nice. Speaking of very nice, blue Tektites. These guys seem to have a very generous drop rate of rupees. I appreciate it. And this particular stone segment here, we'll be coming back to that in just a moment. So let's just skip over here real quick, because after I take the levers out, we have another bombable wall to go and find. I get this feeling it's going to take me a quick second to figure out, oi, where is this thing in the first place? Because to save yourself some bombs, you can actually put them in between tiles.
Take anyone you want.
So second verse, same as the first, get the heart container and get yourself moving. So let's keep going along the coastline real quick. Oh, there we go. There's a wall.
Surprise, motherfucker.
This I'm out.
No! No! We are not gambling again! Immediately, anyway. Now that Sol has provided me plenty of comedy lines, I need to take this opportunity to use them. Buy something, will ya? So, let's take a note at these arrows here. I will be coming for those a little later, but for now, I'm just gonna do it. Oh, hey! Moblins! The ones that will actually hurt us, for real. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. NES, hey, calm down. What are you doing? You can only handle so many sprites per line. You're gonna make the whole game flicker or something. And that's just terrible. Anyway, let's show off that, yeah, you can only use it once per screen. Speaking of once per screen, let's show off what happens. I blew it. I need to, yeah, pace. Let's just, hey, look, a staircase.
No, 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 no. Hell no.
Yeah, no. We're gonna travel more into the forest real quick. There's some moblins here. They're gonna be a bit of a pain. Just, you know, we'll get them out of the way. The arrows aren't that hard to deal with. Oh, hey, you're an Armos. You travel quick and you hurt hard. Ow, ow, ow. It's a secret to everybody. It's one of those secrets to everybody that you are able to access without a sword. And speaking of those, aside from, oh yeah, Armos can move at 2 speeds. Slow or fast as heck. And it is awkward, so let's get in there.
It's a secret to everybody.
Yeah, this is another one you can access without a sword. But traveling forth, you can find this area. Buy something, will ya? Yeah, it's another version of this shop. Oh well. You can travel into the forest here, and we have one of, I believe it's 2 great fairies. Walk up to them, you will be instantly healed, and you will not regret it. But now that we have 5 hearts, we can now play Dodge the Lionel for a super special thing to get from the old man in this cave.
Master using it, and you can have this.
When you have 5 maximum heart containers, you can get the white sword. It does more damage than the wooden sword. We love these tiered upgrades around here, folks. And now that I have the capacity to do more damage with my basic attack, I feel more confident taking on things like these Lionels here. And yes, they do also upgrade the damage of your sword beams. And yes, I did previously ignore this waterfall, so how about we go in? Pay me and I'll talk. How about this? This ain't enough to talk. Okay, fine, jeez, I'll take my business elsewhere. You know, like we have more secrets over here. Like this.
Take anyone you want.
Well, you know what I want, and you're letting me take it, thank you very much. This is gonna be the last of these heart containers we can get for a bit, so let's go reveal another secret, shall we? Boy, this is really expensive. Oh hey, that's a big shield under $100, and a peculiar thing of meat. We'll be back for that in a little bit. But I feel like burning more bushes for more secrets.
It's a secret to everybody.
Yeah, I'm glad for your money, and actually I am glad it's only a 10 because we are literally 1 away from the cap. Oh dear me. Buy medicine before you go. So this is typically where you find your first bit of, you know, old lady selling medicine, because she's just there and not hidden. Anywho, for some reason, I want to hit this Zora with, you know, sword beams just to show that I can. Because with the wooden sword, it would take 2 hits, but with the white sword, it only takes 1. I'm like, ha ha, idiot. Let's show this off.
Buy something, will ya?
Just another generic store. But speaking of not generic stores, we should first clear these blue levers out of the way because, you know, they'll be annoying and whatnot. If you couldn't have guessed by all these Armos here, there's going to be something hidden here. And yes, we are at capped money now. So let's reveal the staircase and show this off.
Boy, this is really expensive.
So I wanted to go to this one store because not only they have cheaper meat, but this is the only store with the blue ring. Of course, it takes pretty much your entire wallet to get, but once you get this, you have increased defenses, which is signaled by this color change. It's close enough to blue. We'll take it, even though it's more like white, but color palette restrictions, you know? North up on this screen after we take care of some moblins is the other, Great Fairy location. I'm like, is there a thing here? No? Yeesh. So we'll be healed up by a Great Fairy. We're gonna go down a couple screens, and after we take care of some enemies, I uncover this.
Pay me for the door repair charge. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? I can't be hurt, you know.
Huh. Don't know what came over me there. But if you go back in, he's gone. He's taken your money. He ran off. Huh. Anyway, we got something interesting over here. If we go inside, I'm not quite ready for you yet, but I'll be back. And with that, I feel a little more destructive again. What would you say about this? It's a secret to everybody. Well, what do you got for... Whoa! Ho, 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 ho! Now we're talking! 100 rupees? Why, thank you! And you're even kind enough to have me exit over on the other side, which is where I wanted to go anyway. Welcome to the Lost Woods. I'm gonna show you how to get through here once the moblin problem immediately in front of me is gone. So, how to get through here is you go, well, watch the link. So you go up, then you go left, then you go down, and then you go left. Ta-da! That's how you get through the Lost Woods. And it's pretty much the same thing every single time. Just mind the Lionels, okay? At least with the white sword, they only go down in 2 hits, so it's not a problem. Just watch out for them throwing swords and stuff at you. That would be awkward, you know? Yeah, and there is a bombable wall over here. I just don't remember where it is. And you're gonna watch me flounder bombs, and I decide, you know what? I don't want to waste all my bombs, so welcome to the graveyard. We will be back through here later. But if you touch a gravestone, I forget what the ghosts are called. They're not Gibdos. We'll find those later. I'll bring those up, but yeah. Enemies will spawn when you touch the gravestones, and if there's a ghost around when you do that, if you kill the original ghost, they will all disappear and they will all drop stuff. And speaking of drops, thank you for those bombs. I appreciate it. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and whip out some bombs because there's a bombable wall right over here. So let's go ahead and figure out where it is, shall we? Buy medicine before you go. Not quite yet. I do want to go up further into these mountains here, because there's a little something I'm looking for under these Armo statues, and at this point of recording, I'm like, where the hell is it? Where is it? Please, before I die, please let me just find the thing I am looking for. Armos, please cooperate. And then I eventually figure out it's not under this one, but fast Armos scare me. I'm like, where is it? Where in the world is this thing? I pick up heart and I take a thing of damage. Who'da thunk it? And it's under this Armos I find it, and of course it happens to be a fast one that catches me. Wonderful! So, let's get back over here. And we have the power bracelet. As for what you do with this, well, it's used in very specific locations, so I'm gonna need to walk over there. And by over there, I mean over here. So these formations, you can push one of these rocks over, and we reveal this!
Take any road you want.
We have unlocked shortcuts, so each of these stairs will transport you to different areas, and there's 4 of them in the game that we can use, so...
Take any road you want.
Why, yes. Yes, I shall. And actually, I pretty much got over to where I wanted to be, so I think I'll just clear out the Tektites for a moment, because I'm like, hey, give me pickups, and why are you hanging out over there where I can't hit you? You dingus. So let's cut back over to this particular shop, because I decided I wanted to pick something up real quick. Buy something, will ya? Why, yes, I will. These arrows specifically. I'll explain what they do in a moment. But there's one other thing I want to get real quick, and it's this little secret right here. It's a secret to everybody. One more secret for good luck. Anyway, I think it's finally time we cross this bridge, and we finally get to where we were supposed to go properly. Level 1. Except, wait a minute, hang on, let me step out for just a second. And then maybe I'll go ahead and, we'll take care of the Octorok because I'm spiteful, and then step back in to show off that I can cheekily save myself a key by leaving and going back into the dungeon. I don't know why this is a thing, but it is, and I love doing it all the time. Hello, Keese. How about I go ahead and eliminate you for... what's supposed to be the first key you use in this place. So yeah, it took me forever to finally get into the meat and potatoes of the game, the dungeons, eh? Well, actually, you have 2 starting keys here. Thank you, Stalfos. This is probably the least threatening you'll ever be, because I can just hit you even with just the normal sword once, and you're dead. It will not be the last time that you'll see them wandering around with something inside of them. But yeah, the first dungeon is very, very simple. It's just to get you acclimated to, hey, you should end up taking a lot of things out so things can appear. And sometimes items can just straight up be on the floor. And when they're like that, you just pick them up. There we are. We haven't exactly invented treasure chests yet, so the floor will have to do. And then there's shutters that, lock you in, and then it's like you gotta eliminate all the enemies if you want to proceed. So, you want violence? I will give you violence. I didn't have to, but I did it anyway. So, let's get rid of these gels here, or whatever they're supposed to be called. And when you eliminate all the enemies in an area, and there's like a block like this, you have to kill every enemy in order to push a block. It's weird. I don't know why. It just is. Once again, these are enemies that would just take a single pop with your normal sword. So yeah. And as you can see now, the dungeons are usually colloquially based on the shape of the map itself. So this would be Eagle, for example.
Eastmost Peninsula. The eastmost peninsula. Oh my god. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret.
Oh, is it now?
Ah! Ow! What's your problem, kid?
There was one of your kin that, scammed me out of a little money, so unfortunately it was a little impulsive aggression. Yeah, I'm not sure if I feel sorry about it, because for whatever reason, the game allows you to just take a swing at the old man like that. And I'm just like, were the developers being funny? I really have no idea why that's a thing at all. But it makes for funny comedy, so I'm just gonna do it. I believe these are called Gorias, if I remember correctly. I'll figure it out later. Take them all out and you get a key for, you're supposed to use it on this door or something. Although in actuality, you can use any key anywhere, in any dungeon for that matter. It's a little silly. This game's a little silly like that. So I have no idea why I'm referencing the equipment menu there, except for probably to reference the arrow I got. Here's a bow for it. And the bow and arrow works very weirdly in this game, so you don't have normal arrows. Of course, the bat is being a little cheeky, and it's like it's just out of range, so let's show it off real quick. Yeah, you use your money as arrows. It's like, you take the rupee and you stick it on the head of the arrow. I don't get it. Anyway, let's keep moving. So, going off into this room, we have more Gorias. So, thank you for refilling my sword there. I appreciate it. Taking these out gives us a second dungeon item, the boomerang. It can stun stuff, but it doesn't have the best range. But you can at least aim it in multiple directions, so at least that's nice. This room, however, I hate it. Because wall masters, they exist, and I hate them because they can suddenly pop up on you when you're next to the walls. And it's just like, hey, we're gonna grab you and take you back to the start of the dungeon. Just like any good wall master would. Be very careful getting close. You may just get nabbed. And I'm just like, how many more of you are there? And finally, our first boss, Aquamentus. This little dragon doofus just kind of goes back and forth. He kind of just shoots those 3 projectiles, and yeah, it doesn't take long when you have the white sword. And every boss drops a heart container. Go ahead and pick that up while you go on our way to collect our first piece of the Triforce of Wisdom. Yeah, in the intro, there's only 2 pieces of Triforce, Wisdom and Power. So don't sweat it too much. And going back over this way, this is going to be our second dungeon location that we're going into. So, welcome to level 2. There's no cheese like there was before. However, each dungeon has a different color to it, so you may want to get adjusted to that. And here's our first introduction of ropes. I don't know why they call the snakes ropes, they just do. It's interesting to say the least. Ropes will charge at you if you're in their cardinal direction. So go ahead, use your keys to explore around. And of course, more of these little gels are back. You can actually, this is actually like one of the only enemies in the entire game you can actually take out with the boomerang. So go, oh yeah, I forgot to mention you could throw it in 8 directions, not just 4. It's actually like the only thing in the entire game that can actually be used in 8 directions. Look, it's a 1986 NES game. We weren't like that far advanced in game design yet. The stun effect of the boomerang is actually pretty neat though. The main thing is it's kind of difficult to actually push enemies around that way because you kind of have to hit enemies with the tip of your sword, and if they're like really close to you and you hit them with your sword, you might not knock them back, so be very careful about that. And once we pick up the map here, this is typically what we call the Moon Dungeon. So yeah, it's just a bunch of rooms like that, and I go back a little bit just to show off some of these other rooms, and here we go, stopping things in time. Please, Link, get out of this so I don't give anybody an epileptic fit. And this room is just, hey, there's ropes, there's a key here. You should probably use it to get a move on in the dungeon, you know? So don't worry, I'm not gonna waste your time with walking back and forth between rooms. As you've seen with the length of the video, I've been talking for quite a bit now. Oh yeah, blue Gorias. If you couldn't tell, they'd take more damage than the red ones. Here is the magical boomerang. It replaces your normal boomerang. It's like you got the normal boomerang in Dungeon 1. You get the magical boomerang here in Dungeon 2. It now travels across the entire screen. So yeah, you didn't have the regular boomerang for very long. Oh, I forget the name of you, but it splits off and it's annoying. It drops a key. I will accept this. Oh yeah, this is the first dungeon to actually be like, hey, here are bombs. So before I pick that up, let me show you off what they were trying to do here. So after moving the traps, you can actually place bombs in cardinal directions to see if they are bombable walls. They will only ever be in the center of the walls in these rooms. And when you walk into it, you will immediately go into the other rooms, so be very mindful about that. You cannot use door cheese with bombable walls. There's not really much to the threat level of the dungeon, especially if you get a stopwatch and stop time. That would be very interesting now, would it? I mean, I don't mind. But let's go back over here and then go north into that room there.
Dodongo dislikes smoke.
So, the hint with this isn't necessarily like the smoke itself of the bomb. Well, I'll show you in a moment because the Dodongo is actually coming right up in this actually not this room, but one more room. First, we have more Gorias to deal with, and for whatever reason, it's like they're throwing magical boomerangs now, which is neat, I guess. Oh yeah, boomerangs can also pick up things like hearts, rupees, fairies as well. I didn't test with the stopwatch, but yeah. That set of bombs there, if you're maxed out, leave them, because they will come back if you enter that room. So here's the Dodongo. You can stun it with the smoke, but in order to actually kill it, you need to lay the bomb in front. You need to throw the bomb in its mouth. And the process is very awkward for at least the first bomb. At least the second one, you can kind of just throw another one in front of it. And so I can use that pickup right there to max myself back out on bombs. We could go ahead and leave this place and go ahead and collect our next Triforce of Wisdom piece. Thank you, Link, very much. We were at level 3 earlier, so it's now time to go back. So yeah, I cut all the fluff of walking over and killing enemies and stuff. Level 3, here we go. This one's green, of all things. So yeah, bigger gels. If you still had the wooden sword at this point, if you hit them with that, they will split into 2 smaller gels that you have to take care of. I don't know if these actually have the name Chews, but I'd like to think the modern slime enemies that choose are basically that. Oh no, Dark Nuts, I have to talk about these. So they are immune to your sword attacks in front of you. They can also be damaged by bomb explosions. But they are otherwise a very annoying enemy to take out, because they tend to have the most impeccable knack of turning right around into your face and giving you a very bad time. It's not the red Dark Nuts that are necessarily a pain, but if you've noticed the pattern of there are red Dark Nuts, there are blue ones. And yet, the Dark Nuts are probably not my least favorite enemy in the game. Those are coming up, but you see the Dark Nuts a lot from this point onward in dungeons, so it's just like, oh, you get sick of them. So as we keep moving on here, it's just a map room. I'll take it. Now, to explain this design, you might think it's like, oh, it's that German symbol used in World War II to be like, oh, hate and stuff. I'm keeping things light so YouTube doesn't, bring the hammer down. This is actually based off of the Manji symbol, which is a symbol of peace that the very specific, World War II Germans took and manipulated into their own symbol. There's really no way. It's just like, I gotta talk about it.
Did you get the sword from the old man on top of the waterfall?
Why, yes, I did. Look at it. It's a wonderful sword, isn't it? But we're gonna go over here real quick, because there's like, oh hey, there's a key. But unfortunately, the bats are locked in here with me. So, the keys need to give me this key back,
Did you get the sword from the old man on top of the waterfall?
Why, yes, I did.
Ow! Okay, that one hurt. I'm gonna say that one kind of hurt.
Yeah, I kind of have a problem with people repeating things to me like that. Kind of makes that sword swinging impulse go off. So I'm gonna swing them against this case. Maybe it'll relieve a little stress. I think I'll just leave that bomb there for the moment, because that would be a waste of 4 bombs. I think I'll go ahead and swipe this key too while I'm at it, because I'm just gonna... Okay, I should probably explain these bubbles now. If you hit them, they will keep you from swinging your sword for a moment. The effect will heal off, though. I will also say for groups of Dark Nuts, bombs are very useful, so go ahead and use those to try and eliminate a group of them. It's gonna take several of them, though. It's kind of a pain. And then there's a whole room of them! it's all laggy and stuff, so you don't need to kill them, but you can. But the main reason we're here is the raft! I'm gonna be real with you, this is used in like 2 places in the entire game. Yeah. By the way, speaking of taking out all these dark nuts... Yeah, I went through the whole effort of taking care of them, and all you get is 4 bombs. Wonderful. So let's just cut back around through all these other rooms just to make sure I wasn't missing any rooms, and yes, I was missing the compass room. I was gonna explore everything anyway, so here we are. I don't know why I decided to bomb that wall, I just did. So let's cut back over to this room. The dark nuts seem to have respawned, so yay. But let's get rid of those real quick, because we need to eliminate them in order to open the shutter door. There's no real way of getting past them other than just doing what the room wants you to do. And oh look, it's just a bunch of random enemies with bubbles, so it's like, hey, you get hit with your sword, good luck. I did not try it, but I think you should still be able to use your beep. Oh, thank you for $5. I'll take it, I guess. This is the Manhandler. Manhandler is very susceptible to bomb shenanigans. You gotta take out all 4 of these sides in order to take the boss out. And I was literally right on top of the heart container, so for a moment I was like, wait, did I actually pick it up? I did. Don't you worry. And this will be our 3rd Triforce of Wisdom piece. Ha ha! Buy medicine before you go. And this time, I will. So, where it goes in the inventory is, any medicine you get will replace the letter, but once you use up all of your healing, it will become the letter again, so you can purchase it again. So now let's go across this way here. This is one of our raft points. So this one over here takes us to this area.
Take anyone you want.
This is the last gift, old man, so take the heart container and let's go. I do have one last bit of shopping, though.
Boy, this is really expensive.
I was just thinking about this new shield here, because, you know, it's actually able to, block Zora pellets, and believe me, I hate it very much. And if you wanted to do a save and quit without having to die, you just need to plug in a second controller, and then by doing a specific button combination, you can go ahead and save. So, yeah, it'll bring you back over here, and when you go back into your file, it'll be like, you just start it up again. So you start back at the very first location here with only 3 hearts. You have to go fix that problem yourself. And yeah, that'll pretty much be this first part of VHS Plays The Legend of Zelda. I appreciate you very much for having come this far. If you like what you watched, do the whole usual YouTube stuff. Throw a like, comment, you subscribe, and you can hit that bell for more. And I also want to give a big thank you for Sol Kreos for providing the additional voices. He will be returning for the rest of this project. So, with that, thank you very much for watching. I've been Nick, and I will see you guys next time.